Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back, and I want to talk about another one of my perspectives of the Nipsey Hussle case and story. So I want to talk about the Boots again and the three individuals, the three thieves I met in Waterbury. So I remember one day I got up. I was in the shelter there in Waterbury. And so I got up one day and, got dressed, whatever. Took a shower the night before, but got dressed, whatever, and was walking around downtown area. So happily, it was some type of protest there. It was a protest there, and they was trying to take up, well, they did take up the whooping post in the middle of Waterbury, Connecticut. So it used to be a whipping post there, since I was a kid, but I really, paid it, no mind, because I was young and shit. But when I was a kid, there was always a whipping post there. And so this whipping post would draw people from down south, to the green of Waterbury, Connecticut, and scam people. So, I paid that no mind, I wasn't thinking about that. Truth be told, I didn't realize it was a whipping post in the middle of Waterbury. So one day, that day I got up and went downtown to the green. So I said, I'm just, chill, lay down, lay on the grass and shit. And one of my cousins walked up, named Michael, another Michael. His name is Mike. There's another one of them named Mike. So he walked up, he was looking at me kind of funny because laying in the grass in the green. In the middle of Waterbury and shit, laying on the green. And he was looking at me like it was crazy. Why? Because it's a whipping post in the middle of the green. But come to happen, they was having a protest there at the same time. And they was trying to take the whipping post up for some reason. For some reason, I was in town, and they was trying to take that whipping post up while I was there. But they successfully did it, though. But anyway, my cousin walked up, and we sat around and talked. I went and bought him something to eat and shit, and again we were sitting downtown area talking. So these three individuals pulled up. If I can remember, I don't know, I forgot what kind of car they pulled up in, but I think it was a Dodge Charger. And again, there was three individuals, and they had like down south accents. And again, like the cars, they pulled up in two cars. I forgot what the other car was, but the one was a Dodge Charger, if I can remember. But they had New York license plates. And so, they came up, they approached us, asked us, did we want a job and shit. And I was like, yeah, I need a job. They was like, well, we got this carpentry job, and then we trying to, sell these homes and stuff. So we need people to help us, renovate the homes and stuff so we can sell them and shit. But we got to cash these checks and shit. We got to cash these checks first, though, so we can pay off the workers. So I was like, nah, I can't do it, bro. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. It's like, nah, come on, man. Come on, we need you. We can do it. He was begging me. He started begging me. And so the three individuals, one looked like the guy from Grand Theft Auto, the black guy. And the young lady, it was one young lady. It was two males and one young lady. So one of the guys looked like the guy on Grand Theft Auto. Looked just like the guy. And the female looked like my Aunt Frances. Identical, young. Beautiful black woman. She was real beautiful black sister. And she looked just like Aunt Frances. I'm like, whoa. Damn, look, it's karma. I said, yo, look, the girl look just like Aunt Frances, y'all. And then the other individual, the young male individual, he looked like one of my brothers. He probably was my brother, one of my brothers and stuff like that, trying to, get revenge on my father or whatever. But he did look like one of my brothers. But I'm just assuming. But yeah, the young lady looked like my Aunt Frances, bro. Like just spitting image, karma, but she was young. Have you seen the movie Dracula? And the real estate man was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, oh shit, the old man is young again. The same thing happened to me. Like, oh shit, that's Aunt Frances, the girl look young. The lady look young. And it looked just like a spitting image, y'all. The young girl looked just like a spitting image, bro. I'll never forget that. So, anyway, wound up cashing the checks and shit. Went to a bank. They didn't cash the check. Went to a grocery store. They cashed it. So he got away with about good $5,000. So they paid me a couple of $100 to do the shit. And I guess they split theirs up. And so, I felt kind of bad about it. Like I feel like I got hustled about it, And so, they went on about their way. Well, it went on about their way, but I felt like, I felt kind of, they got over on me and shit. So like I said, I tried to backtrack. And, I sent friend requests to some of my friends down south. I figured they was from down there. But I don't think they was from down South Carolina and shit. And luckily, I found the boots backtracking. And I met these 3 individuals. I never, had no thought of the boots being in South Carolina till I met them. Like I came into their world, and God put on another planet some fucking where and found the boots, yo. It was like I can't even explain it. But I met these 3 individuals and I wound up finding the boots, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, eventually I wound up doing time, for the incident. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about that, man, It was like, it was like a movie. It was like a movie, yo. It was like that movie, Dracula. It was like that movie, bro. It was like, I guess it was like karma. What goes around comes around. And shit, But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, man. All right, thanks for listening.